Would you guys like to travel to the future with me today? Because we're going to be taking a look at some amazing comic book covers in comic books that are coming out in the month of September of 2024. That's right, we're going to jump ahead 2 months, 2 whole months. Because we're going to be taking a look at my favorite covers and favorite comics on this month's previews, which is July of 2024. And if you guys are interested in picking up any of these covers or comic books at a discount of 35% off the cover price, you guys need to get your pre-orders in by July 24th. That is 1 week from today. That is next Wednesday, new comic book day, but also previews order deadline on MyComicShop.com, which is the place where I do my previews orders with. So, July 24th is the deadline, but let's go ahead. Let's zoom off into the future and check out my favorite DC, Marvel, and independent covers, and then we're going to wrap this up with the one new #1 that I'm like over the moon excited about that I think you guys have to be pumped for. So let's go ahead and get this video started with my DC cover lover picks. One quick reminder for you guys before we start covering these amazing comic book covers, and that is not all the covers have been released yet. Not all the variants, even the cover A's or the ratio covers. So as we get closer to final order cutoff and as we get closer to new comic book day, more covers will be released. So make sure you guys are checking out my final order cutoff video in the Wednesday pull list video because I will have more amazing covers to share with you guys. But these are the covers that I found on previews that I just absolutely love. So let's get this started. First up is Nightwing issue number 118, the cover C, done by Bruno Redondo. This is so freaking cool. You got like a whole group of superheroes at the top, and they're all like running to the right, and then it cuts in closer, and then you get a little snippet of Nightwing, and then Bitewing, and then you get another little panel, and you just see the tail, but then Nightwing comes back in the last panel and gives like a little peace sign, and then it's like, he's out. So cool, such a great concept. Bruno Redondo is such an amazing artist. Now guys, next up is Green Lantern issue number 15, the cover C, done by Simon DeMeo. Come on, Simon DeMeo, Green Lantern, this is freaking awesome. Now next up is a cover that I've already pre-ordered multiple copies of. This is Poison Ivy, issue number 25, the cover C, done by Marcio Takara. It's gorgeous. It is so good. I think I pre-ordered 3 copies of this for myself because I just love it so much. All right, guys, next up is Absolute Power, issue number 3. And this cover is just gorgeous. You got some heroes on the bottom. You got the main villain right there. This is just a great, great cover. And after that, we have Birds of Prey, issue number 13. Now, this is the cover F. It's a 1:25 ratio variant done by Travis Mercer. Yeah, this is just a really good cover. I like his design for all the Birds of Prey characters. I think they're fantastic. Now guys, next up is Catwoman issue number 68, the cover F, which is the 1:50 ratio variant, done by Tirso Cons. Tirso Cons 1:50 for issue number 67, which comes out today actually, is absolutely gorgeous. You got Catwoman on like a little stoop, or not stoop, on the ledge, eating some noodles. And this one right here, she's just reading a book with some cats. I love these like slices of life covers. I think they're absolutely fantastic. Now guys, next up is Zatanna Bring Down the House, issue number 4 with the cover B done by Joelle Jones. Joelle Jones needs to do more covers and more interiors because her artwork is so good. Zatanna looks gorgeous on this cover. Now next up is Dark Knights of Steel All Winter, issue number 3 with the cover A, also done by Tirso Cons. He's doing the interiors in this book. And look at this cover. You got Batman fighting Barbarian Deathstroke. So good. The guys, next up is DC vs. Vampires. I am so glad this world is coming back. World War V, I guess this is V5, issue number 2 with the cover D, which is the 1:25 ratio variant done by Daniel DeNucleo. So cool. He is a great artist. He did this book. I can't remember the name of it. It was an independent title written by Tom Taylor, which was absolutely fantastic. But this cover with Damian Wayne, and he's got his sword, and you see some vampires in it. So good. 2 more covers for DC Comics. Next up is Batman Day 2024, Batman Elmer Fudd Special Noir, issue number 1. This cover is fantastic. Fantastic. It's so cool. Elmer Fudd actually looks like super cool next to Batman, and then you get the Porky sign behind them. Come on, man, that is so good. Now, the last cover I added right before I started recording this video is Absolute Power, issue number 3, the cover A, done by Dan Mora. Now, I know this is an homage. I cannot like recollect which one it is. I know it's like a Wolverine or Hulk cover. It's Hulk something. And it's like, you know, Wolverine, you can see the reflections in his claws, and you got Batman with his batarangs. So good. So good. All right, guys, those are all the DC covers that I really enjoyed, which are on July's previews of 2024. Just another quick reminder, if you guys are interested in pre-ordering any of these titles for 35% off the cover price, you need to get your pre-orders in by July 24th, which is next Wednesday. All right, guys, let's go ahead and move over to the next section, which are my Marvel cover lever picks. There are some really good Marvel covers this month, and I am so excited to share them with you guys. And again, just a reminder, not all the covers have been released yet. Marvel usually does hold back a lot more than DC and the independents, so keep an eye on future videos on the channel for more amazing covers for books that are coming out in the month of September. All right, guys, first up, we have the Ultimates issue number 4 with the cover A done by Dyke Ruan. I'm a huge Dyke Ruan fan. He's so good. And this one right here is so freaking cool. You got like the Fantastic Four characters, but as little mice. Come on, that is amazing. Next up is Fantastic Four issue number 25 with the variant cover done by Greg Capullo. I am so excited he's going to be at Terrificon, and I just got to go through all my books and pick out at least 2 or 3 that I want him to sign, because I love getting my comic book signed, and meeting him in person and getting him to sign some books is just, that's going to be next level. Now, if I can get him to do a 1-minute interview, that's the real question. All right, guys, next up is Uncanny X-Men issue number 3 with the Marvel Comics Presents variant done by Mumad Asar as Rar. I always butcher this man's name. I am so sorry, because your artwork is so good. And this one, featuring Nightcrawler, is a banger. And of course, I pre-ordered it. Next up, we have Uncanny X-Men issue number 3. Now, this is the 1:25 ratio variant done by Michael Cho. So good. Now, I believe on Unknown Comics, you can pre-order this for only like $12 right now. So if you guys are interested in this, go over to unknowncomics.com and check out their pre-order section. And I think, like I said, you can get this for like $12. All right, guys, next up is Spider-Gwen the Ghost Spider issue number 5 with the cover A done by Mark Brooks. Mark Brooks is doing all the cover A's for this series so far, and they've all been really, really good in my opinion. And I like this one because you get all like the Spider-Man villains like falling on top of Spider-Gwen. So good. Next up is a banger. Storm issue number 1 with the gold foil variant done by Jerome Opeña. So good. Now, is this going to be just like a flat foil over the whole entire thing, or a spot foil? A spot foil would be amazing, but I don't know. Either way, this cover is absolutely amazing, and I pre-ordered myself 2 copies because, you know, I got to make sure if I really like it and I want it slabbed, I at least have a 9.8 candidate. All right, guys, next up is Storm issue number 1. There's a bunch of really good covers, but I picked out 2 that I really like. This is the 1:100 ratio variant done by Ji Hung Lee. Ji Hung Lee did all those Gotham City Siren covers that are absolutely amazing, and this one right here is so good. It's a Virgin variant, it's amazing, and I love it. All right, guys, next up is Venom War issue number 2, the Scotty Young variant cover. It is so good. It looks like Venom got punched really hard, and he's flying backwards, and Spider-Man's like trying to come out. So freaking good. All right, guys, I think we got 2 more covers. Next up is Wolverine Revenge issue number 2 with the 1:25 ratio variant done by Alessandro Cappuccino, or Cappuccino. I don't know how to pronounce your name. I said Cappuccino, and that's obviously not right. But guys, this cover is so good. So good. This is definitely on my radar to try to pick up on New Comic Book Day when it is released. Now, guys, the final cover for Marvel Comics is Spirits of Vengeance issue number 1 with the variant cover done by Scotty Young. And this is just really good. I love the fact that it's on a bicycle and not a motorcycle. Scotty Young, you're crushing it. All right, guys, that is it for Marvel Comics. Now we got to dive into all the amazing covers that I found that are coming from the independents, and there are some really good ones. Now, I was able to find 9 amazing covers that are coming out for the independents, but before we dive into those, there is one piece of information that I totally forgot to mention at the beginning of this video. If you guys are interested in any of the ratio covers that I'm mentioning on this video, they will not be at a 35% discount, and some shops don't even offer them. Like MyComicShop does not even offer them until New Comic Book Day. So you have to go on MyComicShop.com on New Comic Book Day and try to like beat everyone else to the ratio covers that you're really interested in. Or I know some shops do let you pre-order them, but they are definitely not at a 35% discount. They are usually at ratio price, maybe sometimes double or more. So just keep that in mind when I mention ratio books. They will not be at that 35% discount. All right, guys, let's go ahead and dive into these covers after that big explanation about ratios and previews. All right, guys, first up, we got Scarlet issue number 4 with the cover E, which is the 1:50 ratio variant done by Chuma Hill. And after that, we have The Moon is Following Us issue number 1 with the cover B variant done by Daniel Warren Johnson. I am really pumped for this book, and stay tuned for more information on this in just a little bit. After that, we have Old Dog Operations issue number 1 with the cover B done by Tula Lote. So good. I love this cover. I love the vibrant red, and the character design is so good. Now, next up is a cover that I absolutely love. This is Something is Killing the Children, issue number 0, with the cover J, which is the 1:200 ratio variant done by Sean Murphy. I love Sean Murphy's art so much. I hope this ratio is going to be low because a lot of shops are going to be ordering a lot of copies of issue number 0. So maybe I'll be able to score this in September, but most likely not because I'm not going to pay $100 for a book like this. But $50, I definitely would. All right, guys, next up is Conan the Barbarian, issue number 15 with the cover A done by Mahmoud Asrar. So good. So good. Just look at this cover. Look at all the detail and the character design. It is amazing. And I love that Conan has bangs. So good. Next up is Red Sonja, issue number 14 with the cover F, which is the 1:10 ratio variant done by Jenny Frison. Now, she's done a bunch of variant covers for this Red Sonja run, and they've all been a little different than her normal style, and this one right here is my favorite of hers so far of this whole entire run. Now, guys, next up is Hello Darkness, issue number 3 with the cover C done by Matteo Scalera. This cover is fantastic. And I love that it's not a ratio and it's just a really cool cover. 2 more covers, guys. Next up is Canto, A Place Like Home, issue number 5 with the cover C done by Ricardo Lopez. The energy and the action in this and the emotion in Canto's face, so good. Now, the final cover is Space Usagi, White Star Rising, issue number 1 with the cover B, which is the 1:10 ratio variant done by Peach Momoko. This is fantastic. This is really good Peach Momoko, in my opinion, and I can see this book selling well on the secondary market because it's a 1:10, and how many shops are going to be ordering 10 copies of Space Usagi White Star Rising? I don't think very many, so I think this will be a nice rare book, and if you can pre-order it for around $10 or $20, I can see that being a great buy. But guys, those are all the independent covers that I found that I really like. Let's go ahead and wrap this video up with the one book that I think you guys had to pick up because the story sounds so freaking good. There are so many new number 1s coming out in the month of September, and I'm sure I missed a bunch of really cool books that I'll mention in my final order cutoff video or the Wednesday pull list. But after briefly going over all the new number 1s, one stuck out because I love the writer so much. And that is The Moon is Following Us, issue number 1, and it's coming from the creative team of Daniel Warren Johnson as the writer and Riley Rusimo doing the art. And guys, if you look at the track history of Daniel Warren Johnson, he has such a good history. He's done Do a Powerbomb, Murder Falcon, Beta Ray Bill, Wonder Woman Dead Earth. So many good books that it has me pumped and excited for this. But let me go ahead and read the synopsis for this book because it makes it sound even better. Sam and Duncan Lamar love their 6-year-old daughter, Penny, more than anything in the world. But half a year ago, she was taken by the Cascade, an evil force they barely understand. Now Sam and Duncan must fight side by side with the magical beings Penny cherished and try to get her back before she's gone forever. Magical beings? They're gonna fight alongside magical beings to get back their 6-year-old daughter? Yes, please. That sounds so good. And the art by Riley Rusimo is going to feed into this so well because he has this very magical art style to him, in my opinion. I think it's going to be so good. It's a perfect fit. I read a little bit of an article from Daniel Warren Johnson in Riley Rusimo, and then they talked about how they loved working together, and it's a great collaboration. So that just got me even more excited. So yeah. There are a couple variant covers that are out for this already. I'm showing the cover A right now. There's also the cover B that was in my cover letter section for the independents. That is so good. And if I find any artwork while I'm editing this video for this book, I'll make sure I put it during the synopsis part. But this book is the number one that I'm just like pumped for. This is the book that I think we all need to get behind and we all need to read because it sounds so good. All right, guys, that is it for July's previews of 2024. Just a reminder, all these books are coming out in the month of September. Let's go ahead and wrap this video up. Alright guys, we are at the end of today's video, and I don't got much to say to you guys. I am getting ready to go see Foo Fighters in just a few hours. Actually, it's 11 o'clock. We're going to leave at like 4:30. We're going to catch the train and go into the city, and I don't know, I'm pumped, I'm excited. I got to hit the beer distributor to get some road sodas, and yeah, I'm pumped, I'm excited. Foo Fighters! But if you guys are still watching this video, I always got to let you know that you guys are legends. You guys are such big supporters of the channel, and I can't thank you guys enough. Now, if you guys haven't smashed that like button just yet, do me a favor, smash that like button. And if you guys watch that video and you enjoy comic book content and you're not subscribed, what are you doing? Get yourself subscribed, hit that bell for notifications, and smash that like button. All right, guys, have yourself a great new comic book day, because today is July 17th of 2024, new comic book day. Hope you guys get all the books that you guys want. And also, stay tuned on Friday, this Friday, for my final order cutoff speculation and recommendations video. All right, guys, I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.